kitty. Alright, I am back. I got the sound back in Minecraft. For some reason, when the stream crashes on my machine, all of my sounds go away until I restart the programs that are used for it. So hopefully you can hear me. Testing 1, 2, 3. It's at least coming into XSplit, so that's good. Let me double check real quick the stream quality. We are getting back excellent as a report for our stream quality, so that is good. Hide video preview. Hurry up and hide. There we go. Alright, so, and then our chat room list. Yep, that loads correctly. I could try reloading this. Just in case. Alright, so we're basically back. Alright, so let's get going. So, depending on how much I actually lost, we just went through the golems. So, we had the stone turret, the crafting golem, and then we had the bound soul. And we went through, created them via the tutorial, killed them, and then we got materials to make more of them later. So we have tons of stuff, and so we're heading back to base to deposit it all into the chests back at the main area. So head up. And since we're here, let's make it day. And then we're going to take the bed with us. Alright, heading down. Oh, looks like by completing that last quest, we opened up this area, which is the area that was destroyed by the explosion. So we'll have to explore that here soon. So, various things in here, including pants. Some dispensers, some turrets. We'll have to make some bookshelves for all the books that we've obtained so far. Soul sand, we actually want to bring the bed out. Okay, and then, hello buddy, give me your stuff. Alright, so got all the stuff from Buddy, mostly dirt, and put that into this chest. An arrow and some string. Sort all that. Might as well sort this place too. So our next step is going to be mining things, but I already know that there's going to be a better pickaxe than these ones in the mining area that we can get to, so I'm not going to take these with me. We will use these as backups later if we need to. We do need the ladders though, because the ladders aren't quite complete in the area that we're going to. We got ourselves those. We need to put the bed down, so we'll put the bed down over here. It's a good spot. And then yeah, let's head back up and do some mining. So that's our next quest, is in Left Alone. So we completed the digging for saplings, we completed the tutorials for the various golems, and now we have time to mine. Most of the mine is already lit up, so I don't have to worry about torches too much, but we want some just for the areas that we do dig out. And yeah, there you go. So the debris should be clear on the second floor by now. I should check to see if I can salvage anything. So the quest actually has us looking for iron ore and gold ore, which gets us a new applied energistics cube called the biosphere, some coins, and the reward bag. Oh yeah, and then I forgot to talk about the coins. So let's get the coins out of the bag, out of the chest. I don't know which chest they ended up in. Must be this one. Yeah, so we have these 7 coins here. So if we go to pay to win, here, we can open this up, and you can see that there are various quests that we will be able to unlock for pay to win. Looks like we haven't finished the quests that's required for us to be able to start using this, but basically we'll be able to use coins to make any of this stuff specifically. And a lot of that has to do with, like, you can get reward bags, you can get specific sets of like armor and materials, bees, and that's what, you can kind of see kind of what they're offering for each of these. And there's certain tiers, and so you have to get these reward bags to get a certain tier of items available to you. And then each tier of items is much more expensive than the other, and you can repeat them every certain amount of time. So those are good to have, and so that's why we're going to be collecting coins. And coins will be in various chests and stuff inside the various areas that we explore. So this guy is completely empty. This Minechem thing is 100% powered though, so at least we have all of that energy. Alright. Anything else I am missing? We have some shelves. Yeah, they didn't give us bookshelves explicitly, but we'll need to get some later. Alright, so we have what we need. Let's go. Alright, we are back up here, and we are heading past the area that we were in, and we're going to head down to the mine. I do warn you that the mine could get a little noisy, so if there's anyone in the chat room right now, let me know if the spider sounds get too bad, so that I can turn down the sound if necessary. Come on, buddy. Did you just eat something? No, you didn't. Okay. Alright, so you'll notice as we walk down that the ladders aren't quite complete, so that's why we made sure to bring some ladders with us, because we're going to kind of fall into this place. We really can't get back up without having the ladders or some way of getting out. Luckily, they were nice enough, maybe just in case you decided that you were going to come down here without a pickaxe of any kind, so you had no way of at least making a ladder full of cobblestone, is somewhere down here. Here it is. They provide you with a pickaxe and a super miner, which is ridiculously powerful. But I never use them really, because I can never feel like I produced or did enough in the very short amount of time that it gives you. But yeah, so there's already our piece of gold that we needed, and then we just kind of go and dig up the various materials. There's even like diamond here. Woo, diamond. Some sulfur, phosphorite we'll need later, some more, and then we'll need at least a few pieces of cobblestone. We'll actually need a lot of cobblestone later, but we'll need a few pieces of cobblestone to finish building our ladder back up. So you can see that there's a bottom to this, just like every other place. They're kind of self-contained containers in this this area. There's some iron, and you can hear the spiders in this one section trying to get to us and doing damage to themselves as they're climbing up in the walls next to this container. So that's where I was saying that it might get a little loud if we get too close to them. But it's a ridiculous room that we'll have to get to at one point, because it contains the farming essentials that we'll need for making a farm. So we've gotten the minimum amount of things that we need for our quest. So let's go ahead and move away from the spiders for a minute. There we go, a little bit better. And turn our quest in. So yeah, so time to mine. We got our 10 iron ore and our 1 gold ore, and then we get the biosphere 5 coins, and a reward bag. And then there's a bunch of... So you could go right to the biosphere, but the biosphere is a lot harder than this area. This area has been fairly tame. We've had to deal with a couple of mobs, but it hasn't been too bad. But biosphere cranks it up a notch. So there's a bunch of quests that you can do to work on getting the materials that you need to survive better in the biosphere. First interesting one is Quartz Challenge, where we have to gather 200 quartz. We haven't really seen any quartz, or have we? Think about it for a second. You probably remember in a previous stream where we walked by a whole bunch of quartz, Certus quartz specifically. And if you've played Applied Energistics at all, you'll immediately know that what I'm talking about. If not, then once we finish digging out some of this other material that we're going to need, we will see for ourselves. So grab all that, and then we are going to eat some sucrose. Alright, sucrose eaten. And we have more coins. So we have 12 coins total. Oh, and we have a good rewards bag. Let's see what the good reward bag gets us. 5 more skeleton skulls. Great. Because we needed 5 more skeleton skulls. So it's like, you can't always get good stuff from it. So, so the reason I'm actually still digging around and not immediately going to this quartz challenge is that there is another challenge in here called Even More Mining. So this Even More Mining actually gets us another area to explore called Miner's Delight. And it gets us some diamonds and a reward bag and 2 super miner potions. But they require us to actually turn in 5 iron ore, 1 diamond, 5 gold ore, and 128 cobblestone. So usually there have been detection quests where it just has to have those items in my inventory. This time they actually are going to be taking those items from us to complete the test. So if I do like manual submit now, it'll take the 5 iron ore, the 1 diamond that we had, the 5 gold ore that we had pulled, or 5 of them, and then we had 13 pieces of cobblestone on us, and we need 128. So I have to dig a lot more cobblestone out of here. So this is basically where this guy comes into play. So, oh, it was a throwing one? Okay. But there we go. So boom! Look at us go for the 5 seconds that I realized that we could do it. But we got a good amount of cobblestone out of that. Oh, and I always forget that Buddy sometimes eats our cobblestone. So here's the area that we'll need to climb out of eventually. And so we actually do need some cobblestone to finish building that out. And then we're kind of digging ourselves into a dark kind of area. And so we kind of going to want to make sure that we have this lit up before we go. Or when we come back, we might have a little bit of a problem. So let's kind of dig this out a little bit more. Basically, it's 2 stacks of cobble is what we need to provide. And then we actually need tons and tons of cobble for the Victory Monument at some point. So we can kind of see there's the top. We're not quite at the bottom at this point, but you can kind of see that we're at the top, that there's a top there. Is there something in my way? What is going on here? This is like a weird glitch thing? Huh. Okay, so we definitely have enough stuff to turn this in. So we got all the cobblestone, so we can claim our reward. At least we get more diamonds than we turned in for this. But we have Miner's Delight, which is another place, and it has a lot more minerals and stuff for us to be able to build the things that we need. So it's a good one to start with. Liquid coal is actually a really easy one because there's a bunch of liquid coal upstairs. Fertilizer is pretty easy once you get the materials for it down here. And death is just kind of a joke one. You do get some coins, and so coins or some a block of diamond nook. But that's not enough diamond nooks to actually get you a diamond block anyway. But you get this full heart, which you can't use because we're not in hardcore. But you have to die 2 times. So yeah. So let's dig out a little bit more of this iron, because we'll need the iron later. Maybe some of this magnesium, which is used for the fertilizer. You could actually probably dig all... As far as I know, there is no minerals like buried except for in the secret area, which we can do here in a second. But I haven't actually dug out this entire thing before, so I don't know 100%. But I do know that if you go, it's kind of this way. Yeah. If you kind of go through this spot here, you'll see kind of opened up this other area, and it has some different ores that we haven't seen before. These are fantasy ores, I believe. And man, those spiders are really, really loud. So many of them. They're like through a wall over here, basically. But you can see Secret is the name of this place, and we get a whole bunch of, we get some metallurgy ores, some thermal expansion ores, some forestry ores. So yeah, we have a bunch of bars in here that we can take, and then we have a bunch of ores that we can dig out here and use later. Because remember, we have to have a block of every fantasy ore, or basically a block of every ore in metallurgy, and I think a block of every ore from thermal expansion also. We even got some lapis lazuli here, which is good to have. One thing to note that this is a map built upon 1.6.4, so we don't have things like enchanting requires lapis lazuli or anything like that from like the newer versions of Minecraft. So we'll be using it for other things though. So what do we got here? Tons more iron ore. And we're at least temporarily away from where the spider sounds are. If you happen to be in the chat room, make sure you say hi. I can't always check because, you know, I'm in the middle of mining here, but yeah, so I don't necessarily know that you're there unless you say hi. So some phosphorite ore. Oop, and there's a hole. Ooh, some emeralds. So what we got here? Oh, some more lapis lazuli. Oh, it looks like I've run out of inventory space. Where are you? Oh, there you are. You just ate the items. So here, let me give you a lot more. Give you all the ingots. And some of the... Well, no, we need the cobble. But we'll give you a bunch of the other stuff, too. Oh, the super miners don't stack. And actually, since you're immortal, I can give you the biosphere and the miners delight too, and I won't have to worry too much about losing them. So there we go. Things safely in. We got another good reward bag, so let's see what we get. Ooh, 3 crates of soul sand. So if we can create a forestry crate machine thing, I forget what it's called, we can uncrate that and get us a bunch of soul sand. So that's cool. Alright. so I think we've gotten enough materials for now. Let's find the... Oh! A spider has spawned in our area because we haven't been lighting it up correctly. Oh man, there's another one. We don't have a sword yet. Yeah, I'm assuming... I think it's F7. Yeah, so see, there's this big old area we kind of produced that doesn't have enough lighting. And that kind of is inviting spiders to spawn and come attack us. And now that we've taken a bunch of damage, we need to fill back up. Alright. So, let's build ourselves our escape route. There we go. So, our way up. And we just take our ladders. And we're going to run it up the center. Oops. These aren't the easiest ladders to use because they don't quite work like normal ladders, and so they get weird things like this where they're kind of floating off on space. Alright, ladders. Alright, now we can quickly run up and head out. Oh yeah, so remember that quest that we were talking about earlier? Not the death one, but the quartz challenge where you needed 200 Certus quartz. Yeah, these kind of give you a hint. The fact that there's these crafting CPUs, which are also part of the same mod needed for those Certus quartz. So we'll grab those. But they're not what we're getting the crystals from. What we're getting the crystals from is the rest of the blocks that are here. They can actually be crafted into 4 Certus crystals. Oop, there's a hole in the wall. So if we think about it, if each of these is going to give us 4 Certus crystals, then if we need 200 of them, that means that we're going to need 50. Of these guys, and then they're going to actually take those Certus crystals from us, and then we can, you know, obviously mine some more of this to get more for our own use, which it'll become increasingly more important as we go on, because we'll need to be able to create and manipulate applied energetics systems to be able to do the Minechem Victory Monument stuff. So we filled up an energy, manual submit, all 200. We get a carpenter's bed, so we get a second bed, a rewards bag, 4 coins, and then we get to choose Seraclace helmet or Seraclace boots. Well, let's see. We don't have a helmet yet. We have boots, so might as well go for the helmet. So claim reward. So 4 more coins and a helmet, because that doesn't look weird at all. So, and we've got 11 ME crafting CPUs, and then we're going to probably want to mine out at least a few more of these blocks for our own use later on. So dig those out. Alright. So head back up. Yeah, wait, I forgot. We can actually break those down again. So down to our base and turn in a bunch of stuff here that we don't need. Okay, so we can't fill up that anymore. We'll probably at some point, perhaps, sort this, but being that this is just a 24-hour marathon, we might just leave the chest like that. Hey buddy, give me all your stuff. Oh. Do I have enough inventory for all your stuff? Yes, I do. Okay. So, let's just make sure that none of this stuff stacks in here real quick. Alright. And dump a bunch of stuff into here. Although this one's full now too. So much stuff. Alright, so the rest of you, except for I need to keep the coins, because I'm pretty sure that we can start those other quests now. And there we go. Oh, I'm missing... I had the biosphere that I was holding on to, but did I accidentally put... Yes, I did. I put Miner's Delight in there. So we're going to want to go put those into the chest up, and then I'm... Oh, it's a greater rewards bag too. Why would I leave that in here? Oh, we also have a furnace generator now. So we can actually generate energy using furnace materials like coal and... Ooh! An entire Electrum armor set. Not too bad. I'm going to guess that Electrum is better than copper. I guess we can try it. So if we remove the boots... So the boots are giving us a half of an armor. And this gives us an armor and a half. So yes, the Electrum is much better than... I don't know about this though. So this is giving me an armor and a half, and this is going to give me 1 armor. So the Syracuse helmet is still better than the Electrum helmet, but the Electrum is better than the copper. So there we go. We got a much better set of armor. So why don't we take this extra armor that we have here and put it into the armor area. There we go. Alright. So, there we go. We have ourselves an armor stand full of armor. Just in case we lose this set. Cool. Alright, so put our Miner's Delight and our Biosphere in here, and I'm going to show you the pay to win, and then I think we might change gains for a change of pace. And we'll have a couple other setup quests to do before we head to the Biosphere, but and we could also go find Seabiscuit is another interesting thing we could do later, but before that, let's go to the pay to win. So yep, pay to win is now open, so like there's a cooldown of 4 hours, and that's I believe 4 real-time hours, but I'm not 100% sure if that's real-time or Minecraft time. So the first one to get H bag, and again this is a repeatable quest, we could do this as many times as we want, is we need 8 coins. So manual submit, we turn in those 8 coins, we claim the reward. We got ourselves the rewards bag. That unlocks the next one, which requires stacks. So it's a basic Minecraft style tier system where 9 coins will make a stack, 9 stacks will make the next one up, and 9 of those, you know, kind of thing. So we don't have nearly enough coins yet to make 5 stacks, which is 45 coins. So we're going to have to wait on that, but that one will probably unlock some of these other tiers. So that's kind of what pay to win is the coins that you find, that's how you spend them, is through that system. Victory Monument, we actually got a second generator, although we haven't placed it up there because we might want to use it later. We don't quite have Minechem up and running, so we haven't done much of this, although we should have a couple of them. I forget what they're actually called because it's been a long time since I've taken chemistry, and it might not actually have picked it up. Nope, it didn't. So, you know, because we've got the hydrogen and the oxygen, so those should be in here, and those should, you know, when we set everything up, we'll need to make sure that they get counted in here. There's a couple of these that we could produce because once we smelt everything up. But yeah, so we have lots of stuff still to do here, but you know, we got 12 hours today and 12 hours tomorrow, so we'll have plenty of time to come back to this if people want to check it out. But yeah, so that's pay to win. For those who are interested in playing this, there's also side quests that you can unlock. So there's these things called abstractors, and abstractors basically allow you to take extra items and turn them, well, ingots specifically. So if you have more ingots than you need of a certain type, you can turn them into experience. That's also how you will get experience, I think liquid experience, and you need liquid experience as one of the requirements for finishing the monument. And so there's a bunch of those, and there's a bunch of other ones that you can unlock over here too. Later on, same thing over here. So there's some side quests that we can do. There's, for those who are playing, there's also these. So they don't give you a new copy of the biosphere. So it's like if you were to select this and claim this reward, it's not like it gives you a second copy of biosphere that's never been touched before. It just gives you another cube that is also linked to the same space and time. Kind of, it's really programming stuff that I don't necessarily want to get into in the stream, but basically, like if we were to accidentally corrupt our biosphere, claiming it in here wouldn't give us a fresh one that allows us to get around the corruption. So you know, we still got to be careful not to put engines or other weird things like that into the various areas. So yeah, so that's basically been Material Energy 3, and I'm going to do a quick cut, start sending the videos off to YouTube so that people who are checking out my YouTube channel can kind of see what's going on and maybe come and join us here on Twitch. And and then, you know, basic bio, grab some more drink break, and then I will be back in probably 5 minutes.